Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. This is Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Today, we are kind of doing a reaction, kind of doing a little throwback, a little flashback, so you can guys understand how things have come full circle with now Mr. Dennis Byron, who's been doing fantastic reporting on the Cardi B defamation lawsuit case against Tasha K. But now you can get a little bit of insight into his own history with Tasha K, which takes us back to 2019. And the article from Hip Hop Inquirer, as you guys know, I will of course link in my description the link to not only this article, as well as Mr. Dennis Byron's social, so that you guys can stay up to date with his live updates on the Cardi B case, and we will get right into it. So the article reads, breaking, video blogger Tasha K threatens to kill investigative reporter, judge issues protective order, quote, surrender firearms. Last week, a Virginia district judge issued a protective order against video blogger Tasha Transrena Kibi, aka LaTasha Transrena Howard, aka Tasha K, who operates a YouTube channel, Unwind with Tasha K. According to reporting, veteran journalist Dennis Byron was working on an in-depth investigative story involving cyberbullying, and LaTasha Kibi, also known as Tasha K, was the subject of his reporting. During the course of his investigation, Byron interviewed several of her former neighbors. One particular neighbor told Mr. Byron that she was a friend of Tasha K and wouldn't be interested in participating in the story. Other neighbors fully cooperated. Once Ms. Kibi learned that there was an investigative reporter asking questions about her, she concocted a story suggesting Brian's sole purpose of being there was to stalk her daughter. On March 29th, Kibi broadcasted live on her Instagram a false and reckless story telling her 54,000 followers that Mr. Byron came to her old neighborhood a total of 3 times asking about her child. According to Mr. Byron, his sole purpose for visiting her old neighborhood was because he was working on a story regarding cyberbullying, and Ms. Kibi was the subject of his investigative reporting. Mr. Byron believes the only reason why Ms. Kibi made up this elaborate story was to garner sympathy from her followers and to interfere with his investigation into her online cyberbullying behavior. In another posting by Tasha K, she threatens to shoot Mr. Byron, quote, 1 to the head and 1 to the heart if he comes to her home. Mr. Byron viewed this as a direct threat on his life and took appropriate action. On the same day, Mr. Byron received a call from an individual claiming to be the father of LaTasha Kibi. The caller stated that he, along with his people, would be paying Mr. Byron a visit in Atlanta. When Mr. Byron asked, "Why would you be paying me a visit?" the caller angrily responded that "You'll find out once I get there." Mr. Byron took this as a direct threat. Mr. Byron has audio recordings supporting that he was only in her old neighborhood for approximately 15 minutes and never asked a single question about her childhood or any other children. During those false and malicious claims, Kibi directed her Instagram followers to go to Mr. Byron's Instagram page and download images of him to make defamatory posts about him. From Mr. Byron's investigation, Kibi has a history of bullying people on her various social media platforms for one reason or another. In one particular incident, Kibi called a Pennsylvania hospital pretending to be the cousin of a woman who had just given birth. Kibi claimed the new mother was the mistress of a celebrity talk show host, Wendy Williams' husband, Kevin Hunter. Kibi broadcasted the legal name of the woman and the hospital location of the newborn in a video viewed more than 500,000 times. Kibi claimed that she was outing Kevin Hunter for allegedly having an affair with the new mother and fathering a child. It should be noted that the state of Pennsylvania is a two-party state where both parties must be told that their call will be recorded. Illegally recording someone without their knowledge is a felony offense. From the below video, that wasn't done. Byron believes that recording alone proves Kibi will go to great lengths to concoct a story just for views, likes, and monetary gain. Kibi has also been accused of unlawfully using images belonging to photographers without their consent, triggering copyright claims on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, while monetizing the illegally obtained photos and videos. In another incident, Kibi accused Atlanta celebrity stylist Cash Howard of being a part of a, quote, pedophilia sex ring involving singer R. Kelly. Kibi labeled Miss Howard a transitional madam, causing pain and suffering to her. We interviewed Howard on numerous occasions, and she vehemently denies knowing any illegal activities committed by the singer and pointed out that she has styled many celebrities over the course of 10 years and operates a successful clothing boutique in the Atlanta area. We also spoke to one of our sources at the GBI, Georgia Bureau of Investigations, who investigate cyberbullying and organized gangs. Our source believes that there may be a nexus to what Ms. Kibi is doing. According to our investigation, Kibi operates several Instagram pages with the handles Wino Gang, Wino Gang 2, Wino Gang 3, for the sole purpose of having her members stalk, harass, and intimidate the people she is blogging about on her infamous YouTube channel, Unwind with Tasha K. Because her channel is being monetized and she is imploring others to engage in possible criminal activity, there is a need to carefully examine Kibi's business practices. Under Georgia law, criminal gang activity means the commission, attempted commission, conspiracy to commit, or solicitation, coercion, or intimidation of another person to commit any of the following offenses: racketeering, stalking, rape, aggravated sexual battery, aiding or encouraging a child to escape from custody, criminal trespass, criminal damage to property, and any other criminal offense that involves the violence, possession, or use of a weapon. What is unlawful in Georgia law for criminal gang activity is the following is unlawful: a person employed or associated with a criminal street gang to conduct or participate in criminal gang activity through the commission of a crime; any person to commit an offense with the intent to obtain or earn membership or maintain or increase his or her status or position in a criminal street gang; any person to acquire or maintain directly or indirectly through criminal gang activity or proceeds derived from any interest or in control of any real or personal property of any nature, including money; any person who occupies a position of organizer, a supervisory position, or any other position of management or leadership with regard to a criminal street gang to engage in, directly or indirectly, or conspire to engage in criminal gang activity; any person to cause, encourage, solicit, recruit, or coerce another to become a member or associate of a criminal street gang, to participate in a criminal street gang, or to conduct or participate in a criminal gang activity; any person to communicate directly or indirectly within another any threat of injury or damage to the person or property of the other person or of any associate or relative of the person, with the intent to deter such a person from assisting a member or associate of a criminal street gang to withdraw from such criminal street gang; any person to communicate directly with another any threat or injury or damage to the person or property of the other person or of any associate or relative of the other person, with the intent to punish or retaliate against such person for refusing to or encouraging another to refuse to become or obtain the status of a member or an associate of a criminal street gang; any person to communicate directly with another any threat or injury or damage to the person or property of the other person or of any associate or relative of the other person, with the intent to punish or retaliate against such a person for providing statements or testimony against a criminal street gang or any criminal street gang; and any person to communicate directly with another any threat or injury or damage to the person or property of the other person or of any other associate or relative of the person, with the intent to intimidate, deter, or prevent such person from communicating to any law enforcement or corrections officer, prosecuting attorney, or judge information relating to criminal street gangs, criminal street gang members, or associates, or criminal gang activity. For Mr. Byron's part, he wants LaTasha Kibi, aka Tasha K, to desist from her reckless behavior as she has caused unnecessary stress to him and his family, and he warns her held accountable for her actions. When asked what did he want to see happen to all those who have attacked him on social media, Byron stated, No one, especially a professional reporter doing his job, should be attacked or intimidated by any individual because they are uncomfortable with being the subject of a story. Mr. Byron points out that he does not know Kibi personally, nor holds any malice for her. As a member of a press, he has the right and responsibility to thoroughly investigate stories so that the real facts are known and not contribute to fake news reporting. We also asked Mr. Byron what role he feels platforms like YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter should play in combating cyberbullying by their members, and he stated, quote, "I recognize that there is a fundamental right of the First Amendment as it relates to freedom of speech, but those freedoms don't guarantee an individual the right to bully or harass others for their self-gratification. People have committed suicide and done other horrible things because they have been bullied by people over the internet. These companies have a responsibility to remove and ban individuals who don't comply with the standards that provide a safe environment for all to enjoy. If companies are only concerned with impacting their bottom line at the expense of others, then the courts should be the place to hold these companies and individuals responsible." Instagram has deleted 2 of Tasha K's pages, the wine blogger lady and Unwind with Tasha K, for possible harassment, cyberbullying, and copyright claims. On April 4th, Kibi was served with a criminal protective order by Gwinnett County Sheriffs in order to have no direct or indirect contact with Mr. Byron or his family members. In addition, she was ordered to surrender any firearms she may have in her possession. Kibi is also being sued by rap superstar Cardi B for the defamatory statement she made about her on infamous YouTube channel, and we have also been told that there are several other lawsuits being